Today, I want to talk about how the DTCC and the SEC are afraid of Citadel, but how there's much more currently going on in the wider market and how that impacts both GameStop and AMC. So stay tuned and let's make some money. Later in the video, I want to talk about how Dill made $10,000 in one single trade and how Brandon hasn't had a single losing week since joining the Millionaire Mindset Trading Group. But let's dive straight in with the key information. So, Wall Street Apes tweeted saying the stock market is so openly rigged that the mainstream media is saying that the SEC is afraid of Citadel and they won't go after them. Jon Stewart said everybody's afraid of Citadel, everyone's afraid of Goldman Sachs, and everyone's afraid of the big banks. FINRA is afraid of them, the SEC is afraid of them, and they won't go after them. He said no one will go after the inherent corruption, and that's the Wall Street model, to be internally corrupt, and effectively that corruption is protected by the SEC. In this video, Jon Stewart is speaking to Spencer, an editor at the Wall Street Journal, one of those mainstream media companies, telling him how the SEC is afraid of Citadel and doesn't go after them. And the entire time, Spencer is sat there agreeing with him. Now, Roaring Kitty long ago realised the hedge funds were cheating and not playing by the rules, and has actually been communicating that to us in his last few recent tweets. So Just a Bro explained by saying there's a well-known cheat code in gaming which is entered via the controller and gives certain power to the players. The cheat code on your gaming pad is up, down, left, right, B, A, select, start. Just a Bro has gone through Roaring Kitty's previous tweets and has discovered, based on the direction of the eyes, that Roaring Kitty has been inputting the exact same cheat code. Here we have up, down, left, right. Again, we've also got A, B, select and start. So this is just another way that Roaring Kitty is telling us that the hedge funds are indeed cheating, but that we're on the right path. Especially as this is happening at a time when the Nvidia CEO has sold a massive portion of his shareholding over the last couple of weeks, since Nvidia's stock has been trending downwards. Since the start of July, the Nvidia CEO has sold $500 million worth of shares. This is likely in preparation for the semiconductor and Magnificent 7 stock bubble popping, especially as the Fed just implemented a 50 basis point rate cut on the exact same day it cut rates back in 2007, where the S&P 500 was pretty much at the exact same spot. Back in September of 2007, the S&P 500 had set new highs and was just going on to set new highs again before it all came crashing down. If history is to repeat itself over the next few months, we're going to see massive liquidations in the prices of these Magnificent 7 stocks and massive liquidations in many hedge funds out there. And when we see tons and tons of hedge fund liquidations, we're going to see something very interesting happening to heavily shorted stocks, which is many short squeezes across the market. The exact same thing happened in 2007, not just with Volkswagen, but with many other small cap heavily shorted stocks at the time. And if history is to repeat itself, the same thing will happen again. GameStop has also just filed its most recent 8K filing, announcing the completion of its share offering, and that GameStop now has almost $5 billion in cash with no debt. GameStop now currently has over 50% of its market cap just in pure cash. And as Saint Snap added, he said that GameStop is so undoubtedly preparing to obliterate any short sellers that have even looked at the company funny. GameStop now has the ability to buy back tons and tons of shares, pretty much half of the float. It has the ability to make acquisitions or do whatever it pleases to grow the company. Now let's also talk about the stock GLMD, where Dill made over $10,000 in one single trade. As you can see, I told the group that at the market open, I was watching just 3 stocks and certain breakout prices. One of those was GLMD, watching for it to cross over $11 per share. And as we can see, GLMD crossed over that $11 mark for a nice 24% run, giving Dill a $10,000 gain. On Monday, Arif also made $2,364 in just a couple of trades. And as I said earlier, Brandon hasn't had a single losing week since joining the Millionaire Mindset Trading Group. So guys, be sure to join the Millionaire Mindset Trading Group using the link in the description below. And Mark even added the following chart saying if you can't see the melt up is coming, that's your own problem. Mark has also added the same flag or wedge pattern that I've been watching on AMC. As we can see, GameStop is consolidating, ready to break out of this flag, likely in an upwards direction. If GameStop breaks out of this flag and we see $26, $27, $28 per share, I'd expect significantly further explosions upwards. Also, interestingly enough, as pointed out by the Bronx Viking, we're currently seeing an interesting teaser and countdown from Ryan Cohen's brother-in-law. We can see on Jared Lang's account, the number of accounts that he's following has been gradually decreasing over the last few days and weeks. As Tara has added, he was following 7 accounts a few days ago, and now Jared is following just 5 accounts. It will be very interesting to see what happens when this countdown finishes and if it's related to GameStop and maybe a GameStop acquisition. And finally, I also found this brilliant tweet or this brilliant photo from Cat Striker, which is actually my new desktop background. I'll leave a link down in the description below in case you want the same photo for your background. Also guys, if you didn't already know, Moomoo have just released a cash account where share lending is disabled. Right now, you can currently get up to 15 free shares and 8.1% interest on your uninvested cash. So guys, be sure to join Moomoo using my link in the description below. So guys, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always guys, be sure to ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers.